I may have a cold, but I'm hot for the news.
Yeah, I don't think I'm hot for the news, dude.
Hot in my unair-conditioned house. Start off with a little, lighthearted child death, shall we?
Yeah, so Florida is ending all vaccine mandates for schools. Will be the first state to do so. The state Surgeon General equated vaccine mandates with slavery. He said they were going to end every single vaccine mandate because every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery.
It drips with slavery. Like
Drips.
the syringe?
Yeah, you know in the movies when they squeeze a little bit of liquid out of the syringe at the beginning to make sure it's working? That's the slavery coming out, dude.
Does this guy know what slavery is?
No.
Seems a little confused.
Also, they already could have taken religious or medical exemptions if they didn't want to have the vaccines. So it was a pretty toothless mandate, but now they don't even have that much. Our next story is a bit of a left turn away from that story to something completely different. So in Japan, 80-year-old woman was romance scammed, which, happens all the time. Somebody falls in love with someone they met over the internet and sends them money. What's different about this one is that the guy claimed to be an astronaut who was in distress, and he needed money to buy oxygen. And so she ended up sending him $6,700 to buy oxygen.
I mean, what a great sci-fi universe this 80-year-old woman in Japan lives in. It's like she's getting messages from the International Space Station, and the oxygen is locked behind a paywall. I mean, it's a dystopia, it's a hellscape, but it's an interesting one.
Yeah, the Blue Origin spacecraft, I guess. I could see Jeff Bezos doing this. Please insert Amazon tokens to unlock further oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they tried different angles and this was all that worked. Like, I'm from Microsoft and I need, to install an update. And she's like, I'm not falling for that. Like, sorry, did I say Microsoft? I'm from NASA. I'm from space.
All right. Now making another left turn, for the full 180 degrees.
So we're back to facing right.
Depending on where we were facing before. It's all very confusing.
If you make a left turn, you're turning west because whatever direction you're facing, west is to the left. There's some fun facts for the audience at home right there.
It's why they come here.
Mm-hmm.
So, for this next news story, it's about a Republican who went on a date. That's not the setup to a joke or anything. That's just what happened. And it turns out his date was an undercover reporter for James O'Keefe, who, to be fair, is a huge piece of crap who's been caught misrepresenting things before. But in this case, they didn't really deny it, and he's on video. What he said was, while he was on the date, trying to impress his date, about the Epstein list, he said, quote, "They'll redact every Republican or conservative person in those files, leave all the liberal Democratic people in those files." He also said that because Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a lower security prison against Board of Prisons policy, he said they did that, which means they're offering her something to keep her mouth shut, end quote. And so they didn't end up denying any of this. They just said he's not talking about things that he learned about at work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it seems to me like everybody knows this. It's just it doesn't sound like it's insider knowledge. It's just deduction.
Right, but, they're all trying to pretend that this isn't the case, so to have one of their own Department of Justice members come out and, say that this is the case is not a great look.
I mean, it does kind of sound like he was trying to puff himself up a little bit, try to make himself sound more important than he was. I don't think anyone's saying he was working directly on this case, this Department of Justice staffer. But I guess it's actually direct proof that they're covering up the Epstein list. So, I don't know. I mean, okay, so this guy, right, so they're saying he's going off of publicly available knowledge, right? How plausible does that sound to you? Because it sounds pretty plausible to me. Because that's the impression I have as an outside observer is well, there's Republicans in office and they have this internal campaign suppressing all anti-Trump sentiment in the federal government. So this is the sort of thing they would do unapologetically, and it seems reasonable.
Yeah, totally. This is all stuff I would have just guessed. I could have said all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not exciting when you say it because you're, not on the inside.
Dude, it's
implementing
super
these
exciting
policies.
when I say it.
All right, that's fair. I get excited.
Okay, so here's some good news for the future, I think, apparently, maybe, or maybe or we're unlocking fresh new horrors. That'll make sense in a second. So I've got this article that says, scientists tap secret, fresh water under the ocean, raising hopes for a thirsty world. Using electromagnetic scanning techniques, scientists found a hidden aquifer of fresh water under the ocean off the coast of Cape Cod. And it's potentially huge, as big as the largest freshwater aquifers that we know of on land.
So
Potentially. This is new.
does that
but go
mean like
ahead.
it's separated by like, so there's like the ocean and then there's some land or whatever, there's some rock and then there's more water underneath it? Was that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like a current.
Yeah, no, it's like air, water,
Rock.
fishies, and sharks and stuff, and then rock, and then water again. But
Nice.
fresh water.
I gotta say, this doesn't reassure me at all, by the way. As far as
Yeah.
the water works, I feel like if we get to the point where we're so out of water we're pumping it from under the ocean, we're already fucked.
How so? I mean, it's just like it's not like it's it's not that much more expensive to pump from under the ocean. We already have like the
Oil wells.
Yeah, so like if water costs $74 a barrel or whatever, society's gonna be fucked, right?
yeah. Okay.
I
That's
never understood,
true.
like, why doesn't desalinization at scale, like, work? If we have
It
the
takes
energy,
a ton of energy.
but if we have the energy for, like, AI mega data centers, we should probably have the energy to stay alive, yeah?
No. Nobody makes
Well,
money
I
off
mean,
water, dude.
yeah, does giving people the basic ingredients of life make the biggest companies on Earth like tons and tons of money and potentially make them a monopoly? No. So their resources are going to AI at the expense of everyone else.
Sorry.
Except for Nestle. They're still taking people's water, I bet.
Yeah. And that family who owns like all of Los Angeles's water. There are actually plenty of ultra wealthy people trying to get a monopoly on our water. So I mean, the answer to your question of like why aren't they investing in that is they are investing in water rights.
Well, that sounds like nothing to worry about.
Speaking of things to worry about, got a UN report here. It says in just 5 years, the global demand for fresh water will exceed supplies by 40%. So rising
Sorry,
sea levels from
in how long?
5 years.
Wait, I mean, so then does it currently exceed supply?
I don't know. I'm just reading off of a quote.
I mean, because, so I'm just like trying to think of like, what does that mean? Because, does it mean, if water demanded and not supplied, does that mean someone just dies? Because probably not.
Typically, if you don't have water to drink, you die.
Yeah, but it might
So
be stuff
yes.
like agricultural demand or whatever, where maybe they can grow it somewhere else. It's not perfectly clear.
Well, sure, but like, even if all that money is used by AI data centers, if it doesn't go to human bodies, those human bodies will die.
Yeah, totally.
Like, this is part of the calculation they're using for this estimate is rising sea levels from the warming climate are souring coastal freshwater sources, while data centers that power AI and cloud computing are consuming water at an insatiable rate. They're factoring that in and they're saying that like after 5 years, we're gonna have not enough water for the people. Also, this is a never studied before ecosystem. So this might not even be safe to drink water because the microbes inside of it, we don't know how they survive in this environment. It's just totally alien to our current understanding of.
They survive off pent up flesh-eating energy.
They've survived this long off of the will and the hunger that one day they'll be brought to the surface. And now the desire is being fulfilled, and they're consuming the flesh of the scientists that discovered them. Have you seen the movie The Abyss?
No. Is that
Okay,
basically what
well-
happens in the abyss?
It's basically that, yeah. Except, you know those Capri Sun commercials with like the pool of kind of mercury, like kids
Yeah,
turn into this
right.
pool of mercury. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that comes out of the ocean and it's an alien. It's
But
a pretty
not
cool
fun.
movie. You should watch The Abyss.
Not fun and selling sugary drinks. It's more
Is
like
this the one
alien
that's-
and devouring you.
Yeah.
Is this the movie that's like unofficially a Warhammer 40k prequel or whatever?
I haven't heard that before. No, this is officially James Cameron's least popular movie. But
Well, he does have some popular ones, so
I mean, yeah. Oh no, it's not as popular as like the most
Titanic.
popular movie of all time.
Avatar.
Titanic or Avatar. Yeah.
Above it. Be
Booger
Titanic,
break.
right?
So in an effort to tighten up those borders, like we've been doing so successfully so far, Trump wants to make the citizenship test more difficult, seemingly unaware that a difficult test would eliminate any potential Trump supporters from entering the country. I'm just kidding. It's not a more difficult test. It's a purity test. Edlow said that the test needs to be thought-provoking and added that applicants may be required to write an essay outlining what becoming an American means to them, and the test may move to a standardized format. So basically, you write like an essay about how much you love Trump, and they'll judge it based on, how sincere they think it is, maybe.
It's brilliant. This is finally our AI investment will pay off by getting immigrants to prove that they know that you can use ChatGPT to cheat on your essay questions.
Brilliant.
Also, it seems a little bit bipolar there between the test needs to be thought-provoking, but so we're moving it to a standardized format. Nothing is more thought-provoking than a standardized test.
It's odd because the current format is standardized.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
I don't know
It is standardized, right?
It is standardized. There's
It's
like
not
a
like-
list of 100 civics questions that could be on the test that you can study on ahead of time.
Right. It's not like every person, they just make up their own quiz, let's
Yeah.
talk about the Civil War.
I went online and took like a practice citizenship test. And good news, guys, I could very well be a U.S. citizen.
Nice.
Things that we're currently selecting for right now. A cursory knowledge of World War II and the U.S. involvement in it. So we're selecting for middle-aged dads.
I have a news item. Salt Typhoon! Cyber attack! Hubba!
Wow.
Frickin' sounds pretty sweet, right?
Sounds salty.
No.
Just-
I don't
no.
what? Typhoons don't sound sweet, dude. That's a natural disaster.
Yeah, but it sounds like badass, right? Like an attack. If you're going to name your attack, you should name it Salt Typhoon.
It's all right, I guess.
I like Salt Typhoon.
Yeah, there was a really big cyber attack. And I mean, really big. Basically, every last person got their data stolen. These Chinese hacker gang, this multi-year, they just kind of hacked everything. Me, you, your mom, nobody's search history is safe. China will dox us if we insult their charismatic Pooh Bear leader. Yeah, sucks to be alive.
Like a Chinese gang, like a triad, or like a government agency.
I don't remember. I would assume that it is a government sponsored thing.
Yeah, screaming hot take here, dude. Governments are just really big gangs.
Ooh,
We were just talking about the initiation ritual you have to go through to get into the gang, dude.
wait, what's that?
The citizenship test.
Well, that's the get into the country. I mean, you would probably also agree that countries are sort of big gangs.
Yeah, well, the government's just
By
the
that logic.
the leadership apparatus of the gang, dude.
All
Then
right.
I jumped in one person into this gang, and I was at the hospital when she got jumped into this world as a citizen. It was pretty traumatic. There was blood everywhere.
That makes sense.
Yikes. One other news item from the Far East, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit was last week. Lots of Central Asian leaders showed up. At one point, Narendra Modi, Vladimir Putin, and Xi Jinping were caught on camera holding hands and giggling.
At the same time?
Yes, I believe analysts say that this was an attempt to send a message to American audiences. I'm not exactly sure if they were trying to frighten us, but yeah, I guess that being a dick to everybody brings people together in opposition to you. So keep it up, Donald.
That was the end of the news. What do we have to say about the end of the news?
It's been another exciting
happened.
episode of News Hazard.
I was just kidding. There's more news next week. It's not the end of the news.
Wah, wah. Come on back.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Give us the down thumb.
Don't do that.
If you thought the news sucked this week, leave a comment. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
If you thought the news sucked, get out there and do something positive. Stop whining.
Yeah. Go hold hands with Xi Jinping.
Send a
And giggle.
message.
Expose him to underwater microbes.
Don't do that, dude. They're going to take him over, and then the president of China's working for the aliens, dude.
Hey, the science is not yet completed. It might be fine.